breaks up the most? You know the answer.
I think it's me.
It is definitely you.
And I don't want to admit it.
Well, wait, Danielle. It actually might be me.
Yeah, it might be Jay.
I probably brought the most, and then you.
Yeah, but it's
even
on
though
my
I'm off stage,
shoulders.
I'm still ruining takes left and right. Welcome to Peacemaker, the official podcast with James Gunn, who happens to be me. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jennifer Holland. I play Amelia Harcourt.
And I'm Steve Agee. I play John Economist.
This is the official destination to go deeper into every episode of Peacemaker, talk about behind the scenes, the songs, the drama that happened, and all sorts of stuff.
Lots of drama. Yeah, that's right. On this episode, we are diving into Season 1, Episode 7. It's titled Stop Draggin', D-R-A-G-O-N, My Heart Around. Stop Draggin' My Heart Around, directed by Brad Anderson. And welcome to the show, the one and only gorgeous Danielle Brooks, who, of course, plays Leota Adebayo.
Oh, what's going on?
As always, we will talk spoilers, so if you have not watched this yet, go to HBO Max and do so.
Danielle,
Yes.
it's awesome that you're here.
I'm so glad to be here.
Did we do a good job with that intro? Was that really?
That was. It was very professional.
You're pretty amazed?
I was like, come on, y'all got this. It's going to be the #1 podcast. Let's go.
Let's talk first, just before we get it, we'll talk about the episode and we'll walk through that. But how did you get involved with the show?
Oh, my gosh. You.
Yes.
Thank God for a phone call from you. Like, you know, to be honest, this means a lot to me because I had just had my daughter. And so I was sitting in my apartment or my home in New York, and I was like, I don't know where my next job is coming from. Like, who's going to hire me? What's, you know, just those thoughts you have as a new mom. And then my team called and said, James Gunn is interested in you for Adebayo and Peacemaker. And I was like, say, what? You mean to tell me James, can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Motherfucking Gunn is interested in what? And I got really excited because I'm a huge fan of your work. And so we talked, we had a great conversation.
Yeah, we did.
You know, and here we are. But I was terrified.
Were you?
Oh my God.
Of what?
Yeah.
Of what part?
All because I hadn't been in the comic book world,
Right.
you know, and so for me, I didn't see a lot of myself, you know, even how I grew up, I wasn't surrounded by comic books. Nobody introduced me to that world. And so it was so fresh and new that I was like, will I understand it? How will I, you know, just reading the script, can I understand what's on the page? And I feel like, you know, with your guidance, obviously, and then working with Jen and Steve, making me feel comfortable, I felt
Or
like
making you feel incredibly
well,
uncomfortable.
maybe, yeah. That's the story
What?
of the books.
The first thing that Danielle filmed, which we talked about a little bit earlier in the podcast, was the scene when the team meets Peacemaker.
In his trailer home.
In his trailer.
You know, like the third scene in episode 1.
Yep.
And we've got James is throwing her a bunch of ad-lib lines, and Steve's behind the camera filming her as she's like, you know, totally breaking because James is breaking because James can't stop laughing. It was
That's why I started recording it to begin with, was because
James
of how much you were laughing.
Just laugh.
But then once you started, I just kept.
Tell Economist he's easy. Looks like he looks like he's easy. He looks like he's easy. Shit. He looks like he's easy to talk to.
And Economist, you seem like you're very easy to talk to.
She was like trying to get through her lines, and she looks over and she sees you, which, by the way, Steve, is completely unprofessional.
So unprofessional.
Yeah, she is a new actor. We were all friends, me, you, and John and
Yeah.
Jen. We all knew each other really well.
Yeah.
We had worked together a lot, and then New Girl comes
welcome to
around.
the family.
What they called
Aged,
you.
boy.
Welcome to the family.
And you're like trying to get through your lines. You look at him and you go, "Fuck you, man!"
Like just straight up, fuck you, because everybody is dying laughing.
I wanted to compliment you on your outfit, sir, and you know.
Fuck you, man. Okay.
Don't, Steve. Okay.
No. It's okay. I'm done.
The camera is only on me. I'm trying to be professional as I can be, trying not to get fired. And it was so crazy. Like, I even started crying and used it as or laughing and used it in the scene.
You did, yeah.
to make it work.
It's really, it's funny in the scene.
It's a day I will never forget.
It's funny in the scene. It was funny on the day even. But it was a great. It was. You kind of went through like the ring of fire with us.
Yeah, it did.
At what point in the hiring process did you find out that you were playing Viola Davis's daughter?
Oh my gosh. I think pretty early on, because I mean, obviously Waller, I knew who she was.
Right.
You know, I watched the movie, I knew, and so I kind of like put two and two together. Somebody told me, I don't know, but I know I was over the moon about it. I was like, oh my God, I get to be Viola Davis's daughter, like street cred, yes. You know, I was so excited, and then we only did stuff like Zoom.
Yeah.
This is so wrong.
It was.
Have you met her since?
Yes.
Okay.
It was so COVID. You call her Mama?
Yes, Mama. Oh man, I love Miss V.
Oh, she's the greatest. She's the
She
greatest.
is.
Just the absolute greatest, both as a
Yeah.
human being and as an actor. Is an amazing woman. I wrote this role for you. You know that. Like, I wrote this role thinking about Danielle, who I'm not even sure I knew your name. I probably wrote it for,
Tasty.
I thought of you as Tasty. From Orange is the New Black. She was amazing on that show, and she was good throughout the whole series. And then there's one scene in particular when your friend dies that is absolutely heart-wrenching and one of the most extreme pieces of acting in a television show from the past.
Thank you. That means so
20 years.
much. And you worked with everybody, so.
Yeah, so it's great, and you know, it's just a joy every day I come to set after having to work with Steve.
Steve who?
Agee.
Agee.
Steve Agee.
The opening of the episode, we get into something pretty heavy. You were doing a lot of awing next to me as we see
Yeah.
the origin of Peacemaker's, difficult relationship with the world, which is being, basically forced to do a fist fight with his older brother. People are, betting money on them. We see a little bit about them beforehand. We learn that Keith is not a white supremacist like their father. In fact, says fuck white power. And the thing that he uses in his rebellion is a Motley Crue song, Home Sweet Home. We see Chris punch Keith, and through some fluke, Keith suffers the seizure and dies. At which point, there's this really sad moment where he goes, he's doing the worm. He thinks thinks his brother's goofing him around, and everybody else is like, oh my God. And his dad comes down and blames him for his brother's death.
Dumb fuck, you killed your brother!
And it harkens back to the end of episode 6, where we hear Christopher so beautifully playing Home Sweet Home, and we realize that that's the last...
On the piano.
On the piano, that's the last piece of music he played with his brother. And this is what sort of fuels season 1, and it actually fuels season 2 as well. So anyway, that's how we start out.
So deep. Ugh.
Sad stuff.
So sad.
Sad stuff. We go to Peacemaker and Vigilante. They have to get out of the place because your character planted a diary in Peacemaker's home that sets him up for the murder of all these butterflies.
No, it's so horrible. I feel like Adebayo has been trying to really hold it down for this crew, but she just knew she had to make a choice.
Yeah.
It was this new family or her mom, and she definitely chose mom, and yeah, it started a whole thing by planning that diary.
And there's some interesting parallels there, actually, between Peacemaker's father, who
Yes.
profits off of him by
Yes.
him fighting his brother and sets him up and fucks his life
Yeah.
up. And Amanda Waller, your mother, who's also got her own issues, who uses you as a
Yeah.
tool to set up your people that
Yeah.
have become your friends, but also people that she work for her that she doesn't necessarily trust. and also kind of has an axe to grind with the two of you. So, you know, I think it's one of the reasons why you and Peacemaker, who are throughout this series so incredibly different, and I always think, you know, the heart of season 1 is this relationship between these two people. It's not a romantic story. It's between best friends.
Yeah.
It's a love story.
Yeah.
Between
Platonic love
between
story.
platonic love story.
You know what I never really realized until this moment? Adebayo and Chris Smith, I don't know, they're both these sort of goofy, funny people who came out of this really probably somewhat traumatic upbringing or something like that. It's really interesting.
Well, and we learn early on that, you know, because she did so well on her Binks-Fendelmeyer test.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
No, I totally made. I just made it up a funny sounding name that was like some sort of spy test you take
It
early
works,
on.
yeah.
But Harcourt thinks, oh, I did that in my first year of the CIA.
Yeah.
I scored high on Binks-Fendelmeyer, and she's like, I did great on
right,
Binks-Fendelmeyer.
right.
She says that's kindergarten shit.
Kindergarten
Yeah,
shit,
right.
yeah.
Like she really
But
was
she,
doing something.
yeah, I think Waller definitely saw in Lee the capacity to do what she does. And as we go over a couple seasons, we see she does share a lot of the sort of wiliness of, you know, we see her, you know, manipulate, you know, vigilante. We see her figure out these situations in ways. She does share a lot of traits with her mother, but just not all of them.
Yes.
And that'll come to a real head at the end of, you know, the next episode, episode 8.
Yeah.
So we have all this set up, and then we have this confrontation between Harcourt and Adebayo, which is crazy because Harcourt hated Peacemaker, and now here she is just furious with Adebayo for betraying, because she has a very distinct code of ethics.
Yeah, it's very distinct. You don't betray one of your own.
That's right.
When you're on a team with someone, they are your priority.
Yes.
And through the process of having to accept him for that reason, I think she ultimately does sort of start to let his charms penetrate her harsh exterior.
He was the perfect pawn.
He was your fucking friend.
Maybe you should back off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because you've been fucking with me from the first day I got here.
Well, maybe I could sense your interior asshole. You don't fucking betray your own
I think
team
Harcourt
members.
definitely teaches that to Adebayo, like what it is to be a good team member and you work together and like not to betray. I think that's something that my character was totally trying to learn and didn't understand the value of that.
Yeah.
And then what I love so much is like, you know, we talk, I don't know if you're gonna, I'm sure you're gonna hit on it, but when she's saying, Adebayo's like, I'm not made for this shit. I'm not made for this
Yeah,
shit.
we hear her say
a
in this
theme.
episode twice,
I'm not made for this shit.
I'm not made for this shit.
she doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
She belongs at the pet store. This is not where she wants to be.
Yes, giving mouth to birds. is
Yeah,
what she should be
yeah.
doing. But you see that moment, and I just love it so much because we are the only two women in this team. But to have that conflict with one another, but also like there was a sisterhood, and I even remember when we talk about, you know, the team meeting Peacemaker for the first time, like Adebayo says, like, you know, I don't know if you cut it out, but I remember doing it, saying, we're sisters, we got to stick together or whatever.
No, that's
And
in
they're
there.
like,
Yeah, she says that.
Yeah,
And
and
Harcourt looks at her
Harcourt's
like,
like,
what the fuck?
Right.
I'm not anybody's sister.
Right. But that relationship that they have, I just really have enjoyed playing that with you too, Jen.
Yeah, ditto.
It's been really cool.
And
so.
in this scene,
I don't want to be here no more. So I'm leaving.
well then why the fuck did you even come? She's really pissed off at her, but she still goes
she
like,
should
oh,
stay.
oh, okay, oh, you're just gonna leave now?
Yeah.
Like she's
Yeah.
like she doesn't really want her to leave.
Yeah,
She doesn't
and-
really want her to give up.
But that tells us a lot about like your character's heart. Is like hard as you are on the exterior, there's so much heart within your character that you just can't help yourself. It's like,
know.
I rock with you, girl. Like, don't fuck this up.
And also, I mean, most of us feel that our family and our friends have greater value in this world
Right.
than
Yeah, or our peer groups, or groups, like whatever it is. with-
whoever
yeah,
you're close to.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what her family
Yeah.
is, the soldiers that fight beside her.
Yeah.
So we go out of that scene where we also find out, you know, she finds out that you're Amanda Waller's daughter for the first time and is shocked. Mern comes in. Mern already knows. He's
Yes.
not surprised. He, of course, knew it already because he's a smart guy. We see Judo Master come back. I love this moment with Nali, who plays Judo Master, and the guy dances Lucky Charms in front of him. And that part was in the script. The part that wasn't in the script that Nutt did on his own is when the guy came back out and he stabs the guy in the neck, and as the guy is struggling to breathe, he mocks him back with that little dance. And
so good.
my God.
So
Nutt is like the
Smart
sweetest
actor.
guy.
Yes,
and
he is.
the minute he becomes Judo Master, he's such a little dick.
I love it.
It's crazy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like he does so much without, I mean, obviously talking. And I think it's so cool when an actor has that power to just express so much without words.
Yeah.
He killed it. He killed it.
Then we have White Dragon attacks the mobile unit where these guys are rocking out to a Wigwam song, the song you guys dance to.
Yes.
Because there's no wrong time to rock.
There's no wrong time to rock. So
You put me
Peacemaker
onto a lot of rock music.
I did?
A lot, because your girl is, R&B, your girl is a gospel, jazz kind of girly. But you definitely put me on. Yes!
That's jazz.
That's really good.
Yeah. Here's some
Get
jazz.
you at Dizzy's,
Yeah.
49th Street. Like, you kill it. What's that?
Jazz.
Not a jazz guy, but I do love R&B as much as I love this kind of music.
Nice.
Like,
Okay.
shit, man.
We'll
That's
have to go to an Usher concert together.
R&B, soul. That music is. I mean, listen, I love all types of pop.
music.
I love
You just
music.
love
Yes,
music,
I'm
yeah.
not. Okay, so Vigilante almost gives up his life to save Peacemaker.
No wrong time to rock. No. Peacemaker, we gotta go.
They discover that they're being traced because of Peacemaker's helmets, which have trackers in them that White Dragon can use since he made those helmets. To track them, he, very intelligently ties his helmet to a raccoon so that they're distracted, but gets torn to shreds by the raccoon in the process. And you're like, that's pretty much what I
So he
imagined.
says
What I would have imagined
Not
happened if
completely inconsistent with what I imagined would
if
happen.
someone grabbed a wild raccoon.
You make your way back to Vigilante, who's fallen asleep in the car, and you said that was
my first day working with Freddie.
And then we have this wonderful end of Agee Smith.
I knew you was unclean when you were born. And even more so when you killed your brother. That was you.
We get a little bit more clarity on the fact that Christopher Smith has slept with men, which his father says to him. He accuses him of all the
Queer love.
worst things in the world, like listening to devil music and shaving his body. Economos gets to be a hero for the first time by shooting everybody with his machine gun. That must have felt pretty good.
Felt amazing.
Shooting a bunch of Nazis with a machine gun.
That was a fun episode.
We
to
find
do.
out that Vigilante can't pee unless his pants are completely off of his butt.
I can't pee when clothes are touching my butt.
I know he's a famous actor. I can tell you afterwards who can't poop with his pants on at all. He has to take them off completely.
Yeah, I've got to take my pants off to poop too.
No. He has to
Like
take
all the way off.
Completely off.
He has.
I know people that have all their clothes off.
No, that's who. Do we know the same? Is it a comedian?
I don't know.
Yeah, he needs it.
No, I know.
No. Yeah, you're right.
a
He
thing.
does. He needs to be naked when he poops.
He must have had a bad
What
experience.
is that?
That's what happened.
Just
he
in
had a
case.
bad
Like
the
moment.
shirt.
Never
That's so
know.
weird.
You never know
Because
what
he
might
probably
happen.
shat on his shirt before.
He shit on his
He
shirt.
had to have. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, but we've all had terrible shit stories from our lifetimes, right?
This must have been really bad. You
really
had
bad.
enough to always
You
think
have
it's
a
cool.
I'm
really,
not gonna-
You have a really recent,
Oh,
pretty good.
gee, no.
Come on,
No,
let's
we're not
tell
going-
the people.
Oh,
we're
I
not.
know it.
Let's just say it was sort of like a pinwheel, sort of like one of those lawn things where I was tumbling and shitting at the same time.
Were you tumbling on the toilet?
No, I was trying to get to the toilet.
Damn.
Everyone,
Damn.
everyone who's over 45 should get a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
This is a cautionary tale.
It's a cautionary tale that the doctors should warn the patients that
The sense of urgency.
the
prep-
drinking
the
when you
prep that
drink
you
that
have
you have
to
to drink
do.
the liquid the night before.
That's right.
Okay.
I don't know personally. But
I didn't
know.
really even think about it. I'm just like, I drank it all down and everything. Then I went to bed early because I had to wake up early for the colonoscopy. Now you got me telling the story.
You're telling
And
it. It's good.
I had to wake up early and I went to bed. I was reading a nice DC comic book and I'm like, oh, I think I have to go to the bathroom. And I was like, I'll finish this comic book
tracks
because,
very well.
normally I just would finish if I have to go to the bathroom. I would just finish the comic book, right?
Right.
So I'm going to finish the comic book, and then all of a sudden I go, oh, wait a second. I don't think I can finish the comic book. Now, we were living in a house we were renting in Los Angeles, and I had to get from the bedroom, and then through the bedroom there was like another
It was
sitting
like a
room,
sitting room.
and then there's a bathroom besides that. It's not the closest, and it was totally blackout dark in the sitting room. And I got out, and now I realize I have to run. So I ran, and there was a box on the floor.
It was like a box of swag.
A box of swag from Johnny Cupcakes. Shout out to Johnny Cupcake. It's not your fault. But I tripped over the box and then was like kind of doing a circular moment. I was wearing my boxer briefs, but they weren't enough to hold things in place. And as I was twirling, I was shitting everywhere, like spring and all over the room.
I think I never would have thought I've heard this. I would hear this story.
Yeah.
This is everything. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Jesus
But make
Christ.
sure you get your colonoscopies, folks.
So get your colonoscopy.
45 and old.
The other thing is, and this is maybe too much to share, is I tripped over the box and I was like, God damn it, Jen, because I thought Jen had put a box in there.
Yep.
And then when
Of course.
I was done twirling, I looked over. I was like, oh no, I was the one that put that box there. That's my box. That's
wanted
not.
to be- you
I
wanted
can't
to
even
blame
blame my
someone.
wife on
No, you
this
tried
traumatic moment.
You got to put nightlights in,
Such
man.
a good
Yeah.
story.
Oh my God! What the
I hope
fuck
that
does
makes
this
it
have
into
to
the
do with John Cena's dying scene?
Oh, so the reason we told the story is because of Vigilante having to have his pants all
Fucking
cleaned.
CEO of a
Yes,
film
you
studio,
are.
and
Yeah.
I'm talking
about
about.
shit in your
The,
pants.
the lines are blurred.
Shit in your drawer.
Shit in your drawers. That makes you so real, though. That makes you,
It makes me so real.
Yeah.
I don't want to be so real. I want to be larger than life, Danielle.
You're
I wanna
larger
be-
than life, so
I want to
real,
be
man.
beyond reproach and not, like kind of like on a different. I don't want to be.
You're on a different level.
I want to be, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You're failing. You're failing.
Anyway, okay.
Do you think Superman has ever shit his pants?
No, because he's from what his health is perfect. What's going to cause him? Mexican food wouldn't do anything to him.
But Peacemaker has definitely shit his
Oh,
pants
100
for sure.
times.
Peacemaker's got drug and alcohol issues. He's definitely
Yeah.
shit his pants.
100 times.
Definitely.
Which brings us to our next segment. Which characters in the DCU have shit their pants?
Okay. Yeah.
Canon.
I think
All right.
The whole 11th Street kids have all of us probably have.
Have shit their
Yeah,
pants
yeah.
at one time or another.
Yeah,
I
but
even think
Hardcore
you-
totally lies about. She's
Har-
like,
Harcourt's
She lies
so
about it.
anal that
Hey,
it's like
no pun
I think she
intended.
vomits because the shit would just pop up through her mouth because she's so incredibly
This
anal.
is not. This is so gross.
Is that
Extra
is that
gross.
gross?
This is all track.
Is that
for our
gross?
show. This is-
Danielle's like,
This is it.
Danielle's like, just from the
Welcome.
awards shows.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh, Academy Award nominee Danielle here to talk about the time she shit her pants.
God. I have no story.
You're not telling any story.
story.
You got a baby though. Baby shit their pants. All right. He kills his
Wait, we already.
I know he's killed his dad, he kills his father, he cries.
I'm a piece of shit for listening to you for all those years. I'm a piece of shit for not killing you in your sleep.
There's this great moment with Vigilante where he doesn't understand his facial expressions.
Dude, this is a really weird time to do your face exercises.
He's crying, asshole.
And then he tries to comfort him by patting him in a creepy fashion and saying, tender, nice touching. We have a wonderful fight sequence, Jen, between you and Judo
Between
Master.
Harcourt and Judo Master.
Oh, great fight.
So good.
Yulia, my stunt double, does this really cool thing where she like walks up a wall and
Yeah.
does a flip. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then
I come in at the end and save my girl and tase the shit out of Judo Master.
yeah,
And that was so much fun to do.
Rope-a-dope, dumb
Yeah,
shit.
motherfucker.
I think you got him. I saw it as like the first time that Harcourt and Adebayo really like team up,
Yeah.
join forces.
Yeah, you take
full on.
90% of the work and then I come in with the finish. You know, that's
You're a
how it
finisher, that's what you
works.
are.
That's it.
yeah. And then we have this wonderful moment between the two of you that is Adebayo saying, "I'm not made for this shit," and that she's gonna quit, and Harcourt
Saying that's a shame because you're really good at the job.
good at the job. You just look up at her and you know you admire her so much, and
know.
you see like how like
really
stoked
sweet.
you
I
are.
know.
Anyway, okay, so this is maybe the most important moment in the whole
Yes.
season. One of the most important moments in the whole season happens as we go to the veterinary clinic.
Yeah.
The veterinarian is played by Haig Sutherland, who played Trevor in Slither. And he's a great actor. There was an early draft where the veterinarian went with you guys to the next episode and got killed, but I pulled it out.
What's going on?
Dr. Hurwitz kindly stitched up Eagly, and Vigilante's being a total freak.
Dude, they saw us. Peacemaker and I were wanted. What other choice do we have besides killing this veterinarian, this nurse, and this male nurse?
You could just say 2 nurses, man.
Vigilante's being a maniac. That was the first time you guys were all working together with
first
Vigilante.
time.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh. And I don't even remember why. I wish I could remember why. She's leaving about to go call her wife.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't remember
We
why.
could not, I don't know.
We could not stop laughing. And so every time she started to walk, we were just ruining everyone else's scene because Danielle and I did not have anything to do in that scene
Nothing
whatsoever.
I don't know what it is about this group, but it's not that we try to be funny or have these laugh moments, but just something happens. We sniff something in the air, I don't know, and we just cannot stop laughing.
Who breaks up the most? You know the answer.
I think it's me.
It is definitely you.
And I don't want to admit it.
Well, wait, Danielle. It actually might be me.
Yeah,
might be
I
definitely
probably
beat
brought
me.
the most, and then you.
Yeah, but it's
even
on
though
my
I'm off stage,
shoulders.
I'm still ruining takes left and right.
My shoulders get going, and she starts laughing. This one's over here taping and laughing too. Like, John is the one who holds it together probably the most.
Definitely, John laughs. He's the best at not laughing.
Oh, but John, I cannot tell you the satisfaction and joy in his eyes when he gets someone to break. When John gets someone to break, he's like, yes,
Yeah.
success.
Then we have like the moment that it is really one of the best moments in season 1, and it's where you're looking through the window, and John gives this glorious speech.
God, please bring back my best pal, Eagly. I never should have left him in my father's garage for 4 years when I went to prison.
I should have got some ugly girl to help me take care of Eagly. How dare I not do that?
Yeah.
I should have found somebody better to take care of him. Like an ugly girl who was desperate for love, who would have done anything I wanted when I was locked up. And, you know, I could have just broke up with her the moment I got out.
Yeah, maybe he should have had sex with her once just to be nice. But then he says a really, really sad thing, which is Eagly's the only one who ever loved me besides Keith. And he says, please, God, help Eagly.
Yeah.
And he closes his eyes. You're looking through the window, Danielle, and you see all of a sudden the eagle
miracle.
starts to stir.
Yes.
And for me, this is the crux of the love story because
All of season 1, basically.
it's because it's like Adebayo's, as loopy as she is, she's in a much better mental space than Peacemaker. And so we know what she brings to him. She brings groundedness. She brings, more open with emotions, more open with who he is, acceptance of himself, the great speech that you say to him in episode 5, where you say, if you just stop trying so hard and just be who you are, people will like you. You don't have to push everyone away. People will like you. And he gets so moved, he starts to cry. We see what she gives him, but this is what he gives her. It's magic. It's miracles.
And belief.
Belief.
A belief that,
Faith.
faith that she can do this. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
And that's when she goes back in that room and she's like, yeah, we can actually defeat this cow. We can actually do it. And we have the team to do it. We don't need the nurses, but we got
Yeah. And so you see that, and it's this remarkable, like almost a spiritual awakening, I feel, for Adebayo, where she sees this eagle come to life and he hugs Peacemaker, and she's seeing something beyond what she thinks can possibly exist in this world. And it harkens back to the wisdom that Peacemaker says early on about believing in miracles, and she sees a miracle. And so that's a really wonderful moment. She goes back into the other room with you guys.
And then I kind of like tell the team, like, we got a new leader, you know? And then this one thinks it's him. Says, no. Fuck no. So good.
And then the group really comes together. And then we have truly the most iconic slow walk as you guys walk out of the room together, throw in the keys, and
I loved it.
and Eagly walking there on the ground, just one of the fucking teams, this little son of a bitch.
Yep.
Just looking cool as
It's
shit.
my first time doing a slow walk, and I just
But
felt
not your
so
last.
bad. I know, it was so exciting. Like, the little girl in me was just over the fucking moon to get to do that.
And that song that plays during that slow
The
walk is
helicopters.
so good.
Yeah. And then we see the cow for the first time.
Oh, it's so ugly.
It's a
I'm
kaiju.
sorry, it is so ugly. You think it's the cutest thing? No,
I don't think it's
not.
I think it's ugly. I also think I feel sorry for it.
I don't. I don't. It's just like that tooth. That's
the cutest part.
I'm sorry. I know you designed it, probably.
I did. I drew that thing.
But you know.
But I know. No, I don't. My feelings aren't hurt
Okay,
that
good.
you think it's ugly. It is ugly. I do think it looks a little bit like an intestine.
It's a really cute little intestine, though.
It's not cute. It's just that I feel empathy for it.
I think it's cute.
It's big as
It's a
fuck.
kaiju.
I
It's a
always
kaiju.
see it and I go, oh, look at that little baby being it's just like stuck there.
It's
and they're
stuck there like a
milking it.
big
It's
piece
so
of veal.
sad.
Big veal.
I remember we were out in the forest
Mm-hmm.
and you were up for this huge role.
Oh my gosh.
And I had a very long conversation with Danielle about The Color Purple.
It was very amazing. I do remember being out in the woods, and I remember got the call. I had been trying to just get Color Purple. That's pretty much it. I was trying to get this movie, and I went to James, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ask. And so I remember asking you, I was like, do you think it's appropriate for me to write a letter to the director and telling him how much I love this, or is that pushy? Is it too much? And you told me to do it. You was like, it is totally okay to do this. And then I was expressed more. I was like, they're thinking about a British actor. And I was like, this is just, and you told me to have faith.
Yeah.
Like that it will work out. Like if it's for you, it won't miss you. Basically was the gist of this of the conversation, but was to believe that like anything is possible. You like basically what we're talking about in this episode. And I remember you being there as well. And I got the role. And not only did I get the role, I got Oscar nominated for it. But that was from a conversation that we had. Now, I did write that letter to the director. Did he write me back? No. Did he care about the letter? I don't even know if he got the letter.
But let me tell you something. I
So
get
funny.
letter. I have a long letter from David Corn Sweat when he wanted to be Superman.
Wow.
And he wrote me about what it would mean to him. I didn't write him back.
Yeah.
It's
But you
like,
read it though.
I mean, if it was an email,
Yeah,
I probably
he
would have.
read it.
But I definitely read it. Did it get him the job? No. But did it make me more comfortable giving him the job?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it really does. And if it was between two different people, and one person is showing, because one of the things we say around DC Studios is that we want volunteers, not recruits. That's always a thing. Whether we're doing a TV show or whatever, we want volunteers, not recruits. Because it makes such a difference.
Yeah.
And if you know that the person that wants to, play this role is somebody who really wants to do it, isn't just getting a job. It makes a difference.
Yeah. I do want to go on record. I did not expect Blitz to write me back. I did not expect him to write me back, but I didn't even know if he got it. That was the thing.
Well, I had a conversation in the woods with James about auditioning for The Color Purple. And I said, should I write a letter? And James said, no.
fuck no.
Yeah.
He said,
I didn't write a letter. I didn't get the fucking part.
That's right. Because you know why?
Why?
Because I wanted Danielle to get it.
Yeah.
And she paid me.
Yeah.
And
What?
she said, yeah.
Can I also add this too, though, James? Because being in this industry can be really tough at times, you know, especially when you're dealing
At
with people.
times.
A lot of times. As we know.
Oh,
But when you're dealing with people of your status, it can be this big fear of like, you know, can I approach? Can I say? Can I talk? Like, there's all of these fears that come with it. But the fact that you gave me permission to say that, like, it is okay to express how much you want this role to someone of that level.
Yeah.
Really, like, opened, obviously, a huge door
Yeah.
for me. So I just thank you for, like, giving me that.
I thank you for
permission.
sharing it with me, and I felt like we had even beyond all that, we had a great conversation.
Yeah, we did.
Because you were so nervous, and just hopefully, you know, just like
Yeah.
loosening up a little bit also helps. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, letting things go, turning it over. I mean,
Yeah.
that's you know, you have to. For me, it's always about letting things go, letting things go, letting things go. Surrender. You know, there's a reason surrendering is at the center of every, you know, major religion on this planet. It's how you are able to act with true purpose and true intention is by not having a bunch of other stuff settled on you. So it was a cool conversation.
You know what, though? I just want to say that as much shit as the entire team here has given you throughout all of season 2.
All of season 2,
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh.
could Academy Award nominee Danielle Brooks please come to the...
Oh my God!
We gave you so much shit,
They
but-
think I only read my lines.
You know.
It's not true. It's
No,
like-
we gave you so much shit, but we're so it's just because that's the whole vibe of this show. We're always giving each other
People
shit,
breaking
but
each
we're
other's-
so happy
yeah.
for you.
The other thing that used to make me laugh so hard,
What?
season 1, is when we used to give Chuck shit all the time, and I was always like, you know, getting on there every time, you know, you were in a scene with Chuck, and I'd get on the God mic, and you're acting together, and I'm like,
Right.
Chuck, you're really letting, you know, because like Chuck's the greatest. He's the greatest actor in the world. Like, he is up there. He is so good. And like, I would get, oh, Chuck, you're really letting us down. Could you please, in this next pass, could you please come up to Danielle's
Get on
level?
my
Could you
level,
please come
baby.
up, get up to my level? And then Danielle would look at him, and you just got to come up to my level.
Get on my level, everybody.
Get on
Yeah.
my level.
Why, can everybody here just get on my level?
That's
Like,
been our running joke.
Yeah.
For sure. Nobody's as professional as me. Yeah, right.
And speaking of Chuck, the thing I didn't mention that we should talk about is the wonderfully sad moment of Mern dying.
Yeah, Mern's dead.
In which we see him in his bug form as Icknob. Ick? Is that what's his name? Ick-Stack.
Ick no bloke.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be that emotional about a butterfly. Like, I legit was like, when I first watched the episode, I was like, I am not about to cry over a fucking butterfly. It was done so beautifully.
Yeah.
And now that I will give you credit for, that butterfly was beautiful.
Yeah.
That other thing in the sky, not so much.
She's not into the cow,
But
but
the
she loves the
butterfly, oh,
Yeah, him reaching up his little
so
hand
beautiful,
and then
the wings.
Yeah.
Harcourt putting her finger
I
against
know,
it.
and then you get emotional about losing it. It was just so good.
And now,
Peace thoughts.
Welcome back to another edition of Peace Thoughts, where I share my unfiltered thoughts on moments throughout the series. I love to observe people. As you can tell, I also like to talk. Thanks for the time and the tape. It's $1 a foot. We all like to observe people, which is why we watch all the stuff that people post. I think it's common to look at an instance or an interaction with people and for our response to be like, there's a lot to unpack there. The scene with Agee and Chris in the kitchen is like a snapshot that is a 2,000-page book. There is a lot to unpack there. Somebody shot me, a building fell on me.
You let somebody shoot you?
It's not like I invited him to come shoot me, Dad.
Pathetic.
And I think that's the basis of, again, a relatable relationship. God, I need this in my life. I need an attaboy and I need a fucking father. And the dad being like, fucking, I've needed this son to make it. And I can't take the blame for the tragedy that happened because I might have put you there, but I'm never going to fucking burden that. It was your fault. It's your fucking fault. Gosh, there's so much there. The ability for Robert to channel Agee, super bold and brave, because you gotta you got to wade into some territory that's very sensitive. And then when threatened, to know that deep in his heart, he knows his son won't do it. And getting Chris to finally do it is like, he finally has the courage, and it's beautiful, but like awful. I don't know, man. That is a complex thing. Man, Robert Patrick just fucking aced it. If he's not as strong and as good as he is as White Dragon, Agee, Smith, none of that means anything. That's it for this episode's Peace Thoughts. Back to you, James, Jen, and Steve. We now return to our regularly scheduled program.
Song Spotlight, man, we got some great songs this episode. You know, we got Do You Want to Taste It, as we do every episode, by Wigwam, Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue. It's Amazing in My Dreams by Wigwam. Don't Close Your Eyes by Kix. Kix is a band that I saw in concert opening up for Tesla and Great White many, many years ago. Kix was definitely the best of the three. Hot Cherie by Hardline, which is strangely one of the songs that I get the most props for from true glam metal fans. The two ones that they probably bring up the most are Vain, Beat the Bullet, and Hardline, which are kind of deep cuts. By the Grace of God, by the Helicopters, and Set the Night on Fire. But I think we got to go with what do you think?
For me, it's the Slow Walk song.
Slow Walk.
Helicopters.
Yeah,
That's By the Grace of God. It's from their 2002 album of the same name, By the Grace of God. They are a garage rock band from guess where?
Sweden.
No.
Yeah.
Not Sweden.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was formed in almost every single band on here has been Swedish.
Wow.
That was formed in 1994, and they still record and tour. They're great. And for some reason, I can tell by their names they're not Australian, but for some reason, I always thought Helicopters is a band I like a lot. They have many great songs, really many great songs. I thought they were Australian for some reason. Although I do want to give a shout out to Pretty Boy Floyd and Set the Night on Fire. They were a really great glam metal band that formed in 1987.
Well, let's go to the Eagly airmail bag for some fan questions.
Let's do it.
But first, actually, we're going to turn our attention over here to a cast video message from Annie Chang.
Oh!
Annie.
Hi, James. Hi, Jen. Hi, Steve. Okay. Some of my favorite memories from shooting season 1 of Peacemaker. First of all, in episode 107, I fulfilled a little actor dream of mine, which was to shoot someone. I think that was my first day really working with Chuck, if I remember correctly, and it's just funny that I just immediately shoot him. But yeah, I was excited to tick that off the list. And another favorite memory of mine is that when I was choking John in a scene, I remember, James, you were like, can you actually rock your hand around his neck? And I was like, I am. My hand is small. His neck is huge. Yeah, those were some of my favorite memories. Love you guys. I miss you guys. I cannot wait to see season 2.
Thanks, Annie.
Thanks,
Wow.
Annie.
She was so good.
She was fantastic.
Such a great actor. Look how beautiful she looks there.
I love her shirt. Annie, I love your shirt. I don't know what you're wearing, but it's adorable.
We really dressed her down on the series, and she's such a beautiful person and such a beautiful
We were
woman.
just talking about that shooting that she did, but like
Yeah,
the
we liked
face,
it.
the way
Yeah.
she shot was
Yeah,
such a
Danielle.
badass.
While we were watching the show, we were just like, she does that moment where she just puts the gun down, turns her head, and then
so
boom.
badass.
3 bullets.
Yeah, just kills him instantly. You're like, oh my God, I thought there was a scene coming, but no, he just gets murdered.
Yeah.
Wow, but Annie was a delight for the whole season. Okay, great.
All right. When Batmen Fly on X writes, what's Eagly's favorite snack?
Chips.
Yeah, clearly.
He loves chips. He
said
also
multiple times in the season, Peacemaker's like, crinkle a bag of chips, he'll come right over to you.
He loves chips, but he also loves, we'll learn next season, he loves any sort of Oscar Mayer product, really, in a like bologna and olive loaf.
He
Processed
likes
meats.
junk foods and
processed meats he's a big fan of.
Big fan.
Peacemaker is not really feeding Eagly responsibly.
Are you surprised?
Not at all.
Are you surprised?
No. I know, but listen, Peacemaker won't even eat empty carbs. We see what
I know.
he restricts his diet an incredible amount.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's expensive, so he's got to.
Eagly's the one really taking the shits here because of the way
That's right.
Peacemaker is feeding.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
he fucking pinwheels.
all the time.
Well, if you're
why you can't find him half
interested
the
in
time.
that, watch season 2 because we do get a little bit more about that in season 2.
About Eagly shitting?
Yep.
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a big deal.
At Mirasniks on X writes, for James and Danielle Brooks, I'd like to say that I really love seeing more queer characters, especially sapphic ones in Peacemaker. What has changed in the relationship between Adebayo and her wife from the first season to the second? Will we see more of them together?
Well, we want to be careful with
Yes.
this, but we definitely have some trouble. There's troubles.
You will see them together.
There are troubles with Kia and Adebayo.
Yeah.
There's repercussions from her choices in first season.
What does the word sapphic mean?
I think sapphic means of relating to love between two women. Is that I would imagine the definition is close to that.
It's actually a beautiful word. Sapphic.
It's a good word to describe love between two women.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
At Punji Plaza on X writes, I'm assuming to the three of us, if your character went on a road trip, what DC character outside of the 11th Street Kids would they want to join them?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go for Wonder Woman. We need another woman on the team. You know what I'm saying? We need that energy.
I am pretty excited about the Supergirl movie coming up. Maybe we could get and she's also. I feel like Supergirl and Harcourt could be friends.
Definitely, they would be friends. Definitely, Supergirl and Harcourt would be friends.
I'll just say Catwoman.
Because she's hot.
Yeah.
I would say Catwoman for
definitely what
Adebayo
Economos
too.
For Adebayo, 'cause she's
Adebayo
hot,
would
yeah.
be like, yes, bring her into the team. Meow, meow. Catwoman it is.
That's all the questions.
All right. Before we're out, I feel like we need to. Maybe you don't remember any of this, but in the Ding Dong Bitches moment.
Oh, Ding Dong Bitches is so, yeah.
Ding dong, bitches.
You had a ton of different options. Like you.
Did I write a bunch of different things for him to say?
You wrote a bunch of different things for him to say. I wish we could remember some of the other things that he said. Wow, this was so fun. Danielle, thank you so much.
Will you come back and be with us again in
For season
2?
Fuck yes.
Awesome.
Will you wear that shirt?
Maybe. You might see it.
I will in your memory, I promise to wear this whole outfit.
Likewise.
When you come back.
Yeah, everybody wear the same thing.
Yeah, we will. For you.
promise.
Because we love you.
Well, that's it for this episode, you guys. Next time, we get into season 1 finale, episode 8, titled It's Cow or Never. Stream every episode of Peacemaker Season 1 on HBO Max and catch the new episodes of this podcast on Mondays and Thursdays. You can find us on HBO Max, the HBO Max YouTube channel, and wherever you get your podcasts. This has been a DC Studios Showcase presentation.
Peace out.
Peace out.
This was an OBB sound production for HBO Max and DC Studios, hosted by James Gunn, with co-host Jennifer Holland and me, Steve Agee. Executive producers for DC Studios are Phil Sopanides and Gary Barbosa. Executive producer for HBO Max is Becky Rowe. Executive producers for OBB are Michael D. Ratner, Scott Ratner, and Toby Lawless. Special thanks to, from DC, Mike Pilata and Victor Diaz. And from HBO Max Design, Tom Haskard, Martha Duarte Diaz, Ryan Cronin, Brett Krause, and John Northway. Producer, Toby Lawless. Producer for HBO Max is Aaron Kelly. Research producer, Jesse Holland. Associate producer, Tessa Bartholomew. Associate producer, Chris Stiff. Production manager, Kevin Lynn. Studio coordinator, Elijah Matias. Director of photography, Chris Piper. First assistant camera and camera operator, AJ Knipe. Gaffer, Arthur Garcia. Key grip, Jake Reeder. Sound mixer, Josh Falcon. Sound mixer, Darren Bowling. Post-production supervisor, Mariana Cristostomo. Lead editor, Jesse Holland. Editor, Louis Sinibaldi. Assistant editor, Mark Alcacid. Hair and makeup artist, Kendall Shannon. Hairstylist for Danielle Brooks, Ray Christopher. Makeup artist for Danielle Brooks, Rebecca Aladdin. Director of Creative Development and Social Strategy, Lenore Castro. Senior Coordinator, Creative Development and Social Strategy, Sharif Bakari. Production assistant, Antonio Cavallo.
I think we can say that every single thing in this episode is canon. So episode 7 is purely canon. It might be the first episode we can say that about.